Have you ever stood at the edge of a vast, seemingly empty desert and wondered how such a place came to be? We often think of deserts as barren wastelands, but they are dynamic, living landscapes with a story that stretches back millions of years. Today, we're going on a journey into the heart of these deserts of time to uncover their secrets. From their violent birth to the incredible life that thrives against all odds. So, how does a desert form? It's not as simple as just a lack of rain. It heats the air, causing it to rise, cool, and release its moisture as heavy tropical rain. As it descends, it warms up and becomes even drier, sucking the moisture out of the land below. This is how giants like the Sahara and the Australian outback are born. They lie within these belts of descending, arid air. Picture a mountain range standing tall against the wind. As moist air from the ocean is forced to climb the mountains, it cools, and its water vapor condenses into clouds and rain, making one side of the range lush and green. But by the time the air crests the peaks and flows down the other side, it's been stripped of its moisture. This creates a dry shadow where a desert can form, like the Atacama in Chile, one of the driest places on Earth, shielded by the mighty Andes Mountains. Some deserts, like the Gobi in Central Asia, are simply so far from the ocean that by the time winds reach them, they have no moisture left to give. But a desert isn't just formed and then frozen in time. It is a constantly evolving masterpiece sculpted by the most patient artist of all, the wind. Over millennia, the wind acts like a tireless sandblaster, eroding rock and carrying away finer particles, like silt and clay. This process, called deflation, can carve out vast depressions and leave behind a pavement of larger, heavier rocks. What is left is the sand, countless grains of quartz, and other minerals that begin their own epic journey. The wind herds these sand grains, causing them to bounce and roll across the landscape in a process known as saltation. When they encounter an obstacle, even a small bush or a rock, they start to accumulate. Slowly, a tiny mound grows into a sand dune, and these dunes are alive. They migrate, they change shape, and they even sing. The shape of a dune tells a story about the wind that created it. Crescent-shaped Barchan dunes march across the desert in the direction of a constant wind. Star dunes, with their complex, radiating arms, form where winds blow from multiple directions. And the towering longitudinal dunes can stretch for hundreds of kilometers, like massive, sandy waves frozen in motion. The color of the sand itself tells a story, too, from the brilliant white gypsum sands of New Mexico to the deep red, iron-rich sands of the Namib Desert. You might look at this shimmering, sun-baked landscape and see an empty world. But that couldn't be further from the truth. The desert is teeming with life, but it's a life of stealth, strategy, and incredible adaptation. It's a world that wakes up when the sun goes down. As the scorching heat of the day subsides, the desert floor becomes a stage for a hidden drama. This is the domain of nocturnal creatures. The fennec fox, with its enormous ears, isn't just adorable. Those ears act like radiators, dissipating body heat to keep it cool. They also give it superb hearing to detect insects and small rodents scurrying under the sand. Snakes, like the Sidewinder, have perfected a unique way of moving across the hot surface, lifting their bodies in an S-shaped curve to minimize contact with the burning ground. Many desert animals, like the kangaroo rat, have evolved such efficient kidneys that they never need to drink water in their entire lives. They get all the moisture they need from the seeds they eat. These creatures have become masters of conservation, spending their days in cool, underground burrows and emerging only in the relative cool of the night. And what about plants? How can anything grow with so little water? Desert plants are marvels of engineering. Cacti, for instance, are essentially living water barrels. Their thick, waxy skin reduces moisture loss, while their shallow, extensive root systems are designed to absorb every last drop of water from even the briefest shower. Instead of leaves, they have spines. These spines not only protect them from thirsty animals, but also help to shade the plant and trap a layer of insulating air close to its surface. Other plants, known as ephemerals, play a waiting game. Their seeds can lie dormant in the dry soil for years, even decades, waiting for the one thing they need, a significant rainfall. When the rains finally come, the desert undergoes a miraculous transformation. In a matter of days, the dormant seeds explode into life, covering the landscape in a breathtaking carpet of wildflowers. This superbloom is a frantic race against time. The plants must sprout, flower, and produce new seeds before the water disappears and the desert reclaims its arid throne. It's a fleeting, spectacular display of life's persistence. Deserts are also guardians of our planet's past. The dry, stable conditions are perfect for preservation. Fossils of ancient whales have been found in the Sahara, remnants of a time when it was a vast ocean. Petrified forests in Arizona tell the story of a lush swampland that existed 200 million years ago. These arid lands are like geological libraries, holding records of climate change, evolution, and the deep history of Earth itself. They remind us that landscapes are not static. They are in a constant state of flux, shaped by forces far greater and older than ourselves. So the next time you see a picture of a desert, or perhaps find yourself standing before one, look closer, see beyond the heat and the sand. See the powerful atmospheric forces that gave it birth. See the tireless wind that sculpts its shifting dunes. And listen for the subtle sounds of life that has mastered this extreme world. The desert is not an empty space. It is a testament to the power of time, the resilience of life, and the profound, often hidden, beauty of our planet.